Alright guys, Bud Leiser here, game designer consultant. We're looking at a game called SolForge, and this game was made by Brian Kibler and Richard Garfield, if I'm not mistaken. It was on Kickstarter, had a lot of promise to it, and we're going to check it out kind of from a game designer point of view. So here's a game designer look at it. I've already built a couple of decks, but I want to get straight to the gameplay so I can kind of explain what's going on, and one big thing that I think could have been done better. So this is your gameplay. You're going to draw 5 cards. There's no mana cost or any cost or resource cost associated with anything. You can play 2 cards every turn, and after the end of the turn, your entire hand is discarded. Creatures do have summoning sickness, and spells happen and then instantly go to the graveyard. You can't actually look at the graveyard though, which is one UI problem that there is with the game, is that when your opponent plays a spell, there's actually no way to check to see what it actually does. So that one was pretty clear, it just did 3 damage to the character. But sometimes you'll see a spell and have no idea what actually just transpired. When there's a creature in play, however, you can double click it and you can see all of its versions. The really cool thing that they added to SolForge is that every card has multiple levels. 3 levels to be exactly. So when you play one of them, the next level, so for example, as soon as you play this level 1 creature, you put an exact copy of this creature aside, and then when you reach level 2, it gets added to your deck and you start drawing them. So sometimes there'll be creatures that are not so good at level 1, and they'll be awesome at level 3. And sometimes there's creatures that are really good at level 1, but don't level up very well compared to the others. Now, I said that there was one design flaw to this game, and I'm talking specifically about gameplay, because the artwork is actually really good. The sound effects, pretty good, not great. Music, okay, not too distracting, so it's good. But the biggest flaw that I have with this game is, while it's very tactical and building a deck is very strategic, every turn you have to discard your entire hand. And if you're familiar with being like a CCG type player, you lose that sense of anticipation, right? You don't have to manage any resource in this game, which is both a pro and a con. But because you can't hold any card back, there's no anticipation, and I feel like that's really missing. And it definitely goes more towards making it feel like a casual game and a luck-based game instead of a strategy game. So if you're a hardcore player, you're kind of not going to like that as much. It's probably the right market move for a free-to-play game because it makes it more tactical and more random and more casual.